Part 3 of the mini coolant series. We're going to put back now the thermostat and the link pipe. Okay, so before you do that, just mark your link pipe there, because there's a little underneath there, you see there's a little tab there, and when you're trying to put this on from the top you can't see that tab, so I'll just put a couple of little marks there to give you an idea where it needs to fit in. Now I don't think we can put it in like that because it's a real hard job to get that link pipe in that end, so we're going to have to split this now and then we'll put the link pipe in. Okay, so let's get going. Let's flip the lid. It's all as it was from the last video. So now I'll tell you what I might do is I'm going to just mop up a bit of that, all that fluid before I start putting that back, just in case. Okay, put a little bit of grease on the end of that seal there, and we'll start trying to push this back in. All right, so it's got to go under here, around the back. Okay, look, we've got to squeeze it into that hole there. Right, that's gone in there fairly easy. Okay, so we've got marks on there, look, to make sure we get it lined up properly. I'm going to pop that little plug there, look, you can see there in the middle. Plop that back in. The thermostat just in place, but before we do that, I'm just going to clean up the surfaces where it mates, just with a little Scotch-Brite. Look, I've got the pipe in there on that end. I've got that there. Look, I'm going to have to try and... Okay, look there, you can see that pipe's on there now. So the thermostat's on there, and it's clipped into there. So I can now try and make sure I can get my little spring clip in. If this clip goes in there, then I know it's all lined up. Okay, that clip's in there. Look, you can see the clips in there, and that's just quite a tight fit in there. So that's all good. So what we can now do is put the three bolts in evenly in here. Slowly try and tighten it up. The bolt there is the easiest one to get in and get it all lined up. And now we'll do the bottom two. Little trick, if you haven't got a magnetic holder, I just put a bit of tissue in there so that holds that bolt in there stiff, just so you don't drop it down there. Okay. They're all done up nice and tight now. So now what we can do is we can start looking here. We can start putting these pipes back one by one. So we'll put this bottom one back here, look, which you can see there. I'll just get my clips on there and put that in. And then we'll start putting them back one by one. Okay, double check that they're all on there tight, which I have done, and that they're all on correct, which I've done now. So now what we can do is start taking this down and putting the electrics back. I'll just put that back down because we can test this. I want to test it with water before I put the whole inlet manifold back on. I just want to make sure I've got no leaks. So I'm going to put the electrics back in, and then we'll fill it up with water and see how it looks. Okay, how it goes. Slot that down. Remember that it fits into two little plugs there and there. Then we push that one in, put that in, put the single cable goes to the head, and the dual cable one goes to the thermostat. All right, then we've got this one down here to put in. Put this one in here, down here. Yeah, make sure it clicks. All right, then we've got to put this one here for the pump. Yep. Always make sure it clicks. So we put the two vacuum pipes on, one there and one down there onto the turbo. Right, so I think she's all done up there now. Everything's tight. So what we can do now, fill this up with water and see what happens. Down there, look, you can see that crosshead screw there. You've got to unscrew that a couple of turns, and then keep an eye on that and wait to get water coming out. Okay, I've got fresh coolant which I'm going to put in it eventually, but right now I'm just going to drain the old coolant I've got out of it when I drained the radiator and everything, and some water, because I don't want to waste it in case the engine's cooked or whatever. So I'll do that, run it up, then once we get it, if it doesn't leak, then we'll run the engine, put the inlet manifold on, run the engine, and then if it doesn't leak again, then I can change it and put the new stuff in. I had water coming out of there, so basically now what we need to do is basically almost run the engine, so I now need to put the inlet manifold back on. So let's go and get the inlet manifold, start putting that back on. I've got the manifold, I've taken the pipe off there for the catch can, so it just makes it a bit easier. Make sure you've got your seals in there. Now an important thing, as we put this bolt back in here underneath, so just remember, like, that bolt is sort of on the edge of that's the line it is, so that's really useful for later when we're trying to get that bolt in there. Okay, so I'll put this thing back. Okay, the first one to clip in is that one there, so we've done that. We push that one back on there. Now we've then got this cable here, which we're going to clip into the little bracket there, and then we've got a cable to stick connected to put on the end. Okay, that's clipped in there. This cable here is clipped into this one up here. So So we've got to remember to put that one, is I'll connect that up to the back of the manifold, but then the manifold's almost got to be in place then. And that's just gently loosely on there, but there's a little bracket here, a catch there, that's got a clip. That clips on the underside of this manifold here. That bolt there, which we're going to put down there, we're going to just do it like that. Okay, that bolt there is all nice and tight down there. So I don't know why people go through the arch. It's a lot more extra hassle. You can just put your hand down there. You put your hand down from this side and feel the end of feel where the thing is, and guide the bolt in with the socket. Okay, so we now need to just remember to connect this one up. Yeah, there's a nice clip there. All right, so now we're looking like we're about ready to. So make sure that there's a little bracket there that clips onto the underside of the manifold, and then we can now stick the pipe up, the inlet pipe up onto here, and we're getting very close to start up. All right, just double make sure you've just tightened up the manifold bolts. They're all done. Now I am missing a rubber there, so that's somebody popped off somewhere, so I need to try and find that. Maybe that's underneath the car or something, but I'll have a look. Now I did manage to lose the screw for there, so I'm going to find a quick screw for that in the short term. Right, so now what I can do, put this back on, and then actually what I'll do is I'll put my catch can back in. Okay, now we're putting this pipe back down in here. I found that little rubber that was fallen out, was on the floor. Okay, that's on now. So now I'll put the air box back on. I just need to find a screw for that. We'll put this pipe back in. So remember, we put that in and it has to sort of like twist in. Okay, this is the very nerve-wracking moment. So everything's sort of tightened up down here. So we need to just see if we can start this thing up again. It did start before I took this all apart, so I know it wasn't. So it won't start now. I know it's not because of the split pipe. All right, this is nerve-wracking. So basically, it's running. Okay. So we've let it warmed up. It's got up to 107. I've taken it for a bit of a spin at the moment. You can see the cat is warm. So it's held together. So what we're going to do now is we will let it cool down. I'll just check the level in the expansion tank, fill that up because it's probably settled down a bit, and then we'll take it for another drive tomorrow on the motorway, give it a bit more gas. But she's at 106 degrees at the moment and she's not stopped. So we might have got away with this. So because there's coolant sprayed all around the engine bay, because when the pipe split, there's a bit of a smell of coolant, but that'll take a bit of time to burn off. But once we've driven a bit, that'll go, and then we'll be able to. Should we get that smell again, we'll know immediately we've got a problem. So I think we got away with it. I hope this video's been helpful. Just shows you the rigmaroles of a Mini with a split coolant pipe. Just remember, if you like the channel, subscribe. If you like the video, send me a comment. Just remember, the most important thing, you can always do it, and we'll see you on the next video.